beautiful people. Welcome to another time with Josephine on the Property Geek. And today we are going to be discussing off-plan property. We're going to be explaining the off-plan property. A lot of people have asked me, what is this off-plan property about? And I thought it wise to bring it on the Property Geek with Josephine. So sit back, relax, and don't touch that dial. When we come back, we will be spilling all the things about off-plan property. Welcome back and thank you for staying tuned. My name is Josephine and we are talking about the off-plan property. So here we need to understand what off-plan property means. So the term off-plan property purchase simply means buying an apartment or property in advance of its completion. That is, you are buying into the concept and design of the property development with the idea that the project execution process would be favorable and meet your expectation on the long run. When you are keen into an off-plan property, it means that that property is not yet on ground. The developer has just wants to begin building a property. It is not on ground. It's not like the completed building that we always see. So this is the meaning of off-plan property, and I'm going to be telling you the advantages. We have lots of advantages of keying into off-plan property, and number one is that it is more affordable compared to when it's completed. Yes, the off-plan property is more affordable at the initial stage before it gets completed. Now, when you key into off-plan properties, it has a tendency to begin to increase, with time, and anything could cause it. It may be, the increase of cement, the increase of infrastructure, and the developer will begin to increase their price. But when you key into off-plan properties, I am telling you that you are buying it at an affordable rate compared to when the property is completed. Now, another reason why you should, key into off-plan property is that it has potential for higher capital appreciation as the project nears completion. When the project is nearing completion, there is every tendency that before then you would have made 40% return on your investment, because it just keep increasing, like I said, because of maybe the change of price of buying materials. Another reason why you should key into off-plan property is because it has attractive and flexible payment options. You see, when you are buying off-plan properties, it has attractive and flexible payment. Flexible in the sense that after your initial deposit, at times you get up to 3 months, 6 months, or even 12 months to pay the balance for that particular property, and you get to see this property being built, the way it is built, and everything that is happening to the building alongside. When they are building this property, you get to see every step of the way concerning this property, and like I said, your return on investment also increases. Another reason why you should invest in off-plan property is that it has lower initial investment cost. And it might interest you to know that the only disadvantage about buying into off-plan property is that you don't get to rent it out or live in it, because like the name implies, it is an off-plan property, so it is not ready to either rent out or live in it. But trust me, off-plan property is always the deal, especially for people who are not ready to live in the house, in the property, until maybe like a year or 2 years. But keep in mind that the developer always have a time frame for that property to be completed. They can give you a 6 months, 1 year, or 2 year time frame for that property to be completed, after which keys will be handed to those who have invested in that property. And it might also interest you to know, like I said, that by the time of completion of that property, it must have appreciated, which means you bought take for instance, you bought an apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment for 40 million naira, and as at the time that construction is going to begin, it sells for 40 million naira. Now you can make 10 to 20% deposit of the total cost of that property. I tell you, by 2 years or 1 year, depending on the time that the developer said it's going to be completed, that property is not going to remain the same in the market, which means you have gotten a high return on your investment before completion and at completion. So off-plan property is always the deal, because especially now that the demand for houses is high. Yes, the demand for houses is high. A lot of people want beautiful houses that they can live in, and a lot of people don't even have all the money put together to get themselves this house. And so we have been putting up off-plan properties for people, and during completion they give them their key. So that's another wise way of getting a house for you and your family. We have numerous off-plan properties. If you would like to invest through us, we have numerous off-plan properties on the mainland and on the island here in Lagos State, Nigeria. Thank you so much. I hope this information helps you to make informed decision, especially if you want a house and you don't have all the money in bulk. It is important that you make a 10 or 20% down payment of the total cost of the property, as the case may be, because different properties with different prices. My name is Josephine, and I'm the lead consultant for Josie Global Properties. I bring you great information so that when you want to make decisions on property investment in Lagos State, Nigeria, you will be able to make a good one. Thank you so much, and until we come your way next time, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my video, share my video as many people as possible, and don't forget to drop that comment, questions, whatever. We would attend to it. Thank you so much, and until next time, it's bye from me.